Meowing at me.
Listen, that gives us like at least 30% more ratings.
That
Always
would be
promote
nice.
the kitty.
Need to
Okay.
change Elsie's icon.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hello, is everyone ready to commit atrocities?
Hello, my name is Andy. I play Greta, the baby who scream.
Hi, I am Armored Hunter. I am a dancy boy who know have magic, but is still probably going to run into a terrible situation.
Hi, I'm the Danny Boop, who plays the full of Watery Morrigan and who do the strem.
I am the Failed Rolls, and Failsy is woefully under-equipped to fight water.
Yes.
I am Methosia. I use a gun. As many YouTube videos have shown, water fucks ballistics over.
I
So
don't
this
think
will be
any of us are.
interesting.
I don't think any of us are ready to fight living water.
I have a sword.
Get that? I can blow stuff up. That's about it, and I can turn into an owl.
Listen,
I
bullets don't work in water, but water elementals also somehow get killed by swords. So, I think you're fine.
Shouldn't be
Probably.
too hard of a fight.
It's fine.
She's so fucking cute.
I've changed the token in my bio stuff, but the Failsy's token won't change in the map.
I will fix it. Give me a moment.
Hey, you taking the time to fix that just gives me time to finish up link bombing.
Because Failsy is currently standing on the cart.
It took me a hot second to realize that this little fucking thing right here is the thing we're fighting.
I mean, yeah, it's a water elemental.
It's the differentiation between the water and the water elemental.
Yeah.
I've noticed my accent coming out today, and I hate it.
Embrace. Do it.
Embrace the primal scream of nature.
You know, it's actually really good that Kitta can turn into a giant owl because then she gets flyby.
Don't worry, I won't help you. Why is so big?
What do you mean it won't help for very long? I don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to creatures with ranged abilities.
I'm just making sure I can control my token.
Oh, that's a cute little cookie!
What?
It's a cute old puppy.
It's
Oh.
a cute little corgi.
I couldn't understand what was said.
I'm going to disturb the baby who's sleeping next to me to pet her.
Delete it. And add it.
Look at that cute little fish. I don't want to take out my cute aggression on you, but you're so cute.
Alright, Fails, if you could attempt to place your token down, see if it fixed it.
There we go.
Yay. Alright, to Zen. I should probably add the battle music rather than this calming ambience.
Maybe introduce yourself too.
Nah.
No! I don't exist.
Lucky?
That a good volume level for everyone?
I can't hear anything. It might be on my end. Give me a minute.
suppose I should actually unmute the site.
I'm gonna break you, Felzy. Alrighty then.
I still
So-
just hear the calm music.
Well, it should have updated. Try refreshing. Calm music is not being played anymore. Now it's like thumpy bumpy with drums.
I think I need to turn it up on my end. No, it's all the way up. Huh.
You might have to refresh the page.
Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to reopen my character sheet. Yay, fun!
Yay! Roll 20!
Refreshing now.
Exactly. I'm glad someone understands.
Okay, I got it. Ash, you really need to clean out the handouts we have because it's just all scattered.
I refuse.
And now it's saying the page is unresponsive.
Oh, that sucks.
I blame Roll 20.
Oh, okay. I think we might be onto something now.
My beatboxing helped.
Quickly, commit more beatboxing.
It's still not giving me music. What the hell?
I don't know what to tell you!
My volume mixer shows the music is playing, but it's really low.
Well, I'm not refreshing again because that means I have to redo.
Opening up your volume mixer and seeing if your web browser is actually bouncing some volume sounds.
There's no sound coming from my web browser at all.
That sounds like a problem that I can't fix. But it definitely is making sound.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
not
mine-
I can try stopping the track and then restarting it, but
that
that's...
might do it. Aha! Music.
Alright, everyone get out your drums and start playing a jaunty beat! Because hello everyone, I'm Ash, the DM! And we're getting right into things today because we're late! We ended off last session with the party suddenly finding themselves accosted by the very water they travel beside. So, let's have some initiative if we will!
But like, why? Can't we just talk to it?
No.
I don't know. Does anyone speak primordial?
No, I don't think so.
Can you do a language? I don't think so.
I know I don't. I speak 2 languages, and it's the languages that everyone speaks.
Belzy speaks all languages.
Get us down.
I'm technically still in the card. I know
Yeah.
something's happening because we've seen water
And heard Keta go describe.
and heard Keta.
Yeah, you heard Keta scream, and that's where everything happened. That's where we
Correct.
stopped. I must roll physical dice! How dare this world commit me to such an act? Alright.
Armored, are you gonna roll initiative? Oh, there you are.
Well, no one else should have rolled initiative other than those two, but fair enough.
Oh,
That's
that's
what I
great.
was wondering. It's just like I'll delete myself.
You don't have to delete yourself, because if you enter the fray, you would roll initiative, but you technically don't have a turn right now.
That's
You guys
fine.
would go. You guys would be able to do anything on initiative count 20.
Well, yeah, that's fine. It's more just, establishing order.
Yeah. Add this token into the tracker. Give it an appropriate score. Which was that?
Just make sure to pet and hot on.
Alrighty then. So I believe one of you noticed this before it approached, so it does not get a surprise attack on you guys, at least.
I believe Keta did.
Yeah,
Someone noticed at least.
that's why Keta scrim.
It'd be between Keta and Failsy.
Yeah.
And
No, it was
Morgan.
It was Keta and Morgan that noticed it. Failsy is, because rolling a natural 1 on the perception check to notice it,
Mhm.
is probably not going to get a turn during this first initiative count because too surprise. Such is the fault of a natural 1. Alright, so as combat begins, and this creature seemingly moves aggressively towards your cart, after burbling its watery voice, Keta, what will you do as you have scrammed?
Okay. Keta is going to. I already had Vindication out.
Alright, so you have your Soith out.
I have Scythe. She's going to. You know what? I need to quick see if I can move this. God damn it, roll 20. Let me click to the next page. I need to see if I can move this spell if I cast it. Okay,
Remember,
I
a
can
sp-
move this.
Yes, remember, a spell can only be moved after it is cast if it specifically says in the description that it can be.
Yeah, no, I was seeing if I could, in fact, move it. So Kenta is seeing a roiling fucking wall of water is coming at her. She is going to bring out some fire.
Alright.
Kind of twist her hand and cast out a flaming sphere. So quick question, warlocks, are they casted at the highest level I can cast it at the moment?
Yes.
Yes, you only have a certain amount of spell slots, and those are the only ones you can use.
I have 2 spell slots.
At
Spell
Yes.
slots your spell slots are only ever at the highest grade.
I
Yep.
haven't played warlocks very much, so
Yeah. Yeah. So you have 2 third level spell slots.
Alright, so I am going to put the 5 foot diameter sphere right over here.
Alright, so you, as an action, summon it forth,
Yeah.
and it appears in that... let me get a token to represent it.
I imagine it's some sort of like crackling kind of green fire.
I'll say yes, but I cannot necessarily enable you.
It's the aesthetics of it.
Because as we are all aware, I can't see that color, so I couldn't find that for you.
It's fine. And just
Well, I'd have a
turns
hard
into-
time finding it for you.
Alright, and she's just gonna go, they've got company! That's the end of her turn.
Alright. Elemental water turn. Alright. Were you just summoning it there, by the way, or were you wanting to actually use the ability to make it do damage this turn?
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can, as a bonus action, make it
Fuck yeah,
attempt to
then I'll
roll into something.
Fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
Unless something runs into it.
Aw.
So it's a dexterity save, which it's water. I assume it's pretty good at.
It is not terrible at it.
Alright.
Alright then.
Takes 8 plus 4 fire damage.
That is going to be a 19 on that save.
Take half that. 8, 9,
So it
10,
takes
11, 12, 6.
Well, 6. Do 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 do. Oh boy, battle. That means I have to do math. Alright then. Okay,
Hooray,
let's see
I love
what...
doing math. Wait.
Hey, bad. The creature is going to move forward. And let's see. It's going to move to here, actually. And it is going to take a slam attack against Morgan and Failsy. With its multi-attack.
Wow, what a dick.
Yeah. Against Morgan, that's going to be a 21 to hit, and against Failsy, that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's a hit, Captain.
Wait.
On me,
I
it
did
is.
Yeah, I did that wrong. I did that math completely wrong. It's been a while, folks. That would have been... That would have been instead of a... That would have been a 28 to hit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that hits.
Is a +9 to attacks.
Gotcha. Still, oh, jeez.
And instead of that, Failsy, that would have been a 21 to hit.
Okay, well then that's a hit.
My brain was reading the wrong thing when I was looking for its attack modifier. Alright, against Morgan, that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And against Failsy, that is going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As it suddenly rushes forward and just... Essentially, just these huge, like, slabs of water just smash into you. It's almost like being hit by a tidal wave.
Ooh, not fun.
I'm still surprised.
Yes, because you weren't paying attention at all, and then you just suddenly got punched in the back. Really hard.
Then I guess I skipped my turn.
Unfortunately, this time. Motogun, you saw this coming, but it still hit you pretty hard. What do you want to do?
Also, cat screaming in your ear.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah, we're gonna Hexblade curse this thing.
We can Hexblade up in here.
So that's a bonus action, Hexblade's curse.
Alright. It has been hexed.
Okay, and I'm just gonna use the pre-programmed thing I have for Moonlit Aria for it, because I don't have it programmed for with Hexblade of Minute. We gonna do a slash with Minute.
Alright. 23 will definitely hit.
And it already rolled the damage. Okay then.
Sometimes Roll20 does that automatically.
Fair enough. Well, that's 15 slashing to it.
Alright. A solid hit.
And because of I can do 2 attacks as my attack action, and because of Thirsting Blade, I get a total of 3. So I'm gonna do it 2 more times.
Get that sippy sippy. 25 also hits.
And it already rolled the damage, so that's 14 slashing to it.
Alright.
And last one.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
nice. But it's a 19 on the die, not a 20, so Minute's effect does not go off.
Yeah. Like I
So
said, I'm
great.
just using the Moonlit Aria pre-programmed Hexblade Curse version because I don't have one for Minute ready to go yet.
That's 15 points of damage. A hefty round.
And just free action, she's gonna yell into the cart, "We could use some help out here!"
No pressure.
Under pressure, bearing down on me, bearing down on you.
Armored,
that
watch
one.
it. I don't need a DMCA.
He would have to be singing it on key for that to happen. Alright, initiative count 20. You both have heard the words of your companions. What do you do?
I mean, I guess.
Also, from your current perspective in the cart, they're shouting things towards you, which you can pretty much hear because the door. But from the window, it just looks like the cart's underwater, which is weird.
Who let Gadget try the cart?
Ooh. Yeah, Da Vinci would seek to exit the cart as fast as possible.
All right, you going out the back, or are you trying to get? Are you going to try to push out the front?
Go out the back.
All right.
That would have been funny.
Somebody! As you kick open the back of the cart.
Okay, so now I get to place my token.
Yes. All right, go ahead and roll yourself some initiative.
Jesus Christ!
Fair.
The unfortunate thing is, that means you're above initiative count 20.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, you just entered the fray. Alright, so these two descending order. What about you, Brimstone?
I mean, I guess if Keta's screaming and it's probably not a cute rabbit, that's a different scream. I fucking guess I'll head out.
Alright. Same way as Da Vinci?
I guess.
Alright.
Whichever way's quicker.
I'm just saying, honestly.
Oh yeah, but the front's a little crowded right now, so
Yeah, it's a
makes
little
more
bit
sense to
crowded.
go out the back.
Okay, pop yourself out back there.
I rolled in.
Alright. Same thing technically applies for Brimstone.
Yeah,
Also,
that's fine.
technically, Keta should have taken a turn before initiative count 20, but roll calculator is weird. It's hard to put the roll calculator in the right spot, because anytime I want to reorder the initiative, it goes out of the right spot.
Whose turn is it at the moment?
So it is Keta's currently.
Alright, so bonus action, I'm gonna ram that sphere into it again.
Alright.
It needs to make another dex save.
Alright.
And
It's
save DC
bonus.
is 16.
Alright, it's going to fail that one.
Alright, that is 12 points of damage.
All that a water elemental does has no resistance to fire damage.
Yeah, slow word.
Kind of as Kata just kind of brings her hand over and slams this roiling ball of green fire into it, she's gonna be like, "Sorry, Morgana," she's gonna kind of, like, scoot past her a little bit. And can I take my first ever swing with Vindication?
Sure.
Swing
Swing that thing.
that thing. Normal roll. That's a 10.
That's gonna miss.
It's gonna miss. It's
Makes
alright.
sense. First ever time swinging it. Not great.
It's a little top heavy.
You go and swing out, but you're trying to literally hit moving water. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Alright, I can do this. That's good. This turn.
Alrighty then, you ended your turn next to your own fireball. So you also take the fire damage from it.
I reduce fire damage.
That doesn't mean you don't take it.
Yeah, it's good. Still reduce it.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the spear must make a dexterity saving throw. So go ahead and make a dex save against your own spell save DC.
Does that include Morgan?
It will when it's her turn, but she doesn't necessarily have to end her turn there.
Oh, goody. Get us turned into a menace.
So did you fail your own dex save?
I did, in
Yes.
fact, fail my own deck save.
So you take 12 points, halve down to 6,
Yes.
and you have to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain concentration on your spell.
I do
Which you
not.
fail.
Can you maintain concentration on your?
You
Okay.
burn yourself out of your own spell.
She literally hit herself hard enough to lose concentration.
It happens sometimes.
It's
All
maybe
right.
a surprise to some people. It does
You're
not
like-
surprise Brimstone.
You go to swing Vindication at it and get distracted by the fact you're missing with it, and you realize, what's that smell? Oh, it's myself burning.
Amulux is like, why are you still alive? How are you still alive?
It's a daily question.
This is what I'm connected to. Fantastic.
Alrighty then. The water elemental. It is spoiled for choice at the moment. But the two in front of it were fairly easy, but the one beside them also burned it. So I'm gonna make a quick check.
And that thing is small.
Okay, so these two slam attacks are going to go against Keta and Failsy.
Ah, god damn it.
I rolled it. I'm sorry. That is going to be a total of 16 to hit Keta.
It does.
Okay. And for Failsy, 19 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Keta takes.
My
That
computer
number is
froze.
very... Okay. Give it a second. Make sure it comes back online. Whenever it comes back up, you took 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, alright.
It's water elemental, they're no joke. And Failsy
Ah.
takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage again. And seeing as how it's been stabbed once, it's going to use its movement to... Gonna roll randomly for this again. Even, odd.
To get the hell out of Dodge.
It rolled an odd, so... move into Morgan and Failsy's space
Ooh,
with its watery form.
gross.
Alrighty then.
No, thank you.
That is going to be its turn, though. Failsy, you're suddenly being surrounded by water after it's punched you several times.
Okay. Am I drowning?
No. It's starting to like wrap around you, but it hasn't like started to constrict you yet. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Alright, hello.
Well, I'm taking an action to... spells. Where are my spells?
Where are your spells?
Failsy ate her spells.
Literally, sometimes.
I'm taking a bonus action and yeeting myself out of this thing.
Alright, give Misty Step.
Oh,
No,
did
okay.
it gulp up Failsy?
No, I'm disengaging. Bye!
Okay, so your action disengaging.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
Away from the car. Jump off a fucking car. Bye.
Alright, so Failsy takes her action, disengages, and runs away. Do you have anything you want to do as a bonus action?
Use my bonus action to cast Elemental Breath.
For what breath do you give yourself?
So I'm just checking magic levels. I am casting at 3rd level,
Alright.
and I'm going to give myself Ice Breath.
Ooh, fun.
I see. Or rather, the exact opposite thereof.
Which is a total of 46.
Stay
Nice.
cool.
Bleh.
That's
So
not bad.
Filzy gives herself some ice breath.
What the fuck just happened? I'm gonna kill you!
I don't have water nearby. I'll use watermelon juice. Ooh, that's refreshing. Alright, is that your turn for then, Filzy?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Alright, Morgan,
Yeah.
this thing is starting to surround you in liquid.
Yup. But considering it hasn't wrapped her up yet, she's going to hop down to over here,
Alright.
which I assume still puts it in my threatened space.
Yeah, it's like, this thing is very amorphous in form, even though it's like moving up onto the cart. It doesn't like change that it's still attached to the ground.
Okay, cool. So, second verse, same as the first, showing off versatility of hex blades here.
Alright, a 20 will hit, 16 slashing damage.
Alright, and again.
21 will hit.
For another 16.
Yep.
Thirsting blades, so I get one more. 17.
17 will also hit for 10.
Alrighty. So, holy
It
shit,
appears
that's,
to be...
that's a lot
it
of damage
appears-
for just one round. Holy shit.
Yeah. Listen, you all do a lot of damage at this point. Yeah. All of you do.
Fair.
It's almost like I'll have to balance encounters more appropriately.
Well, this was a random rolled thing, so...
Oh, don't worry. Just because it's random doesn't mean the encounter isn't balanced.
But yeah, that's the end
Alright.
of my turn.
Alright, Dravinche.
Okay. Revenge is going to see that there is a water elemental. Is going to pull out the crystal and advance to the water elemental, swinging his sword in the other hand. Swinging the cutlass. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
Okay, 7 slashing magical.
Alright. Nice damage, nice damage. You're all noticing now as you're hitting this thing, it's starting to sort of branch apart, almost like it's falling apart, like the wave is dissipating. But it's maintaining cohesion right now.
And Revenge attempts to do a flourish with this. Unfortunately, nothing goes through. Crescendo can't work because I don't have magic.
It happens. Alright then.
Ow.
Is that your turn then?
That will be my turn.
Alright. Brimstone.
I can't.
You sound in pain.
Yes. I'm old.
Yeah, you just see this basically like whipping tidal wave crawling up the cart.
The fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot it.
All right, you pull out your gun, you take a shot.
Yeah. It's water. How hard is it to hit water? I'm gonna try to sharpshooter.
You're going to sharpshooter, you said, or you're not going to sharpshooter?
I am.
Okay,
How hard is it to hit water? I'm gonna sharpshooter.
fair enough. All right, 15 will hit. 18
Okay.
points of damage. Nice.
Fuck it, I'll do it again. Ooh, nope, I probably missed that one.
A 10 will miss.
That sucks. That was like max damage. It was max damage.
Yes.
That's fine. Yeah, that's move back more.
I would
that's
like
great.
to not be here, please.
Yeah, I was basically just fire twice while moving back. Just I don't want to be close to this thing. Okay,
All
that's
right.
me.
Keta.
Alright, Keta is going to Eldritch Blast.
All right. You're making a ranged attack against a creature in melee.
Actually, can I get up on top of the cart with Misty Step? And then...
I mean,
Yeah.
it's also on top of the cart right now because it was trying to crawl up into Morgan Failsy's space.
Hmm.
I didn't
I
like
don't
that
have-
system.
You'd have to go away, not near it.
But the thing is, I mean, I could use a Misty Step like that then.
That requires
Listen, it will literally not kill you to remove yourself from combat range.
Keta's going to Misty Step back.
So just disengage. Still an action.
Teleportation does not proc opportunity attacks unless a creature has Mage Slayer as an ability.
So Keta's going to Misty Step.
All right, you do a.
Yeah, this is the first time Keta's actually using that one too. A lot of new abilities Keta's showing off. Let me mark it off on my thing.
You
and
do
then I'm
you do a quick little.
with a little bit of blood. Actually, Morgana, you fairly injured.
Nah, I'm good.
You good?
She looks like she got hit, but she's still trucking along. No issue.
Alright, I'm going to flick my hand and Eldritch Blast.
Do you say you're going to fuck your hand?
Flick.
So, that's what I heard too. Okay.
Flick your
Not-
hand. Okay.
I'm not the only one.
17.
17 hits.
Alright, I believe at this level I get 2 bolts.
Yes.
Yes. So roll your attack again.
Level 5.
Ooh, another 17.
That'll also hit.
Another 8.
All right then.
Damn.
Keta, as you take aim and charge this energy in your hand, an oddly familiar energy, you've seen 2 other people before in your life use it. You know how to do this. Thump, thump, as it fires forward. It hits the water elemental, and the water elemental seems to pop.
Did I kill it?
It doesn't completely dissipate, though. Or rather, it splits apart into 3 tendrils of water.
Oh, nice.
Smaller creatures constructed of water that seem to either be hiding within this creature or making up its more vital components split apart as its main body is destroyed. Dravinche, you watch as some of the water that splashed away from it, but not all of it, gets pulled inside the gemstone.
Nice self vision.
It is gonna, like, scream. Sorry, I didn't know that happened! That's the end of her turn, because she's really confused.
Notice how
Did
this
she
is
kill-
called elemental water, not just water elemental.
Did I kill? She's like, did I get a kill?
Technically, you did kill the water elemental. You guys got it down all of its HP, but there's some weird magic fuckery going on.
It's
There's always weird magic fuckery going on.
Yeah. As it seems that these now have become water weirds. Alright.
Ooh,
You're
fun.
weird.
Shut up.
This is weird.
Yeah. You notice that there are still these strings of water that are connecting these creatures back to the much larger lake behind you. Alright. They're going to take their turns. 2 of them are going to make constrict attacks against Travince, and 1 of them is going to make a constrict attack against Morgan.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Revenge, what did we tell you about getting involved with the tentacle?
Alright, against Morgan, this is going to be a 12 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Alright. And against Travince, that's going to be a cocked dice, because that landed on the sloped surface. Is going to be a 24 to hit, and a 15 to hit.
Okay, one of those hits.
Alright.
Hmm.
So one of them hits, so you take...
And as for your comments, Mitt, that they can be fun, provided it's consensual?
Alright. So, Travince, you have been grappled, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, as one of them manages to wrap around you.
Okay.
And is going to use... it is going to use its action, or the rest of its action, / its movement, because it does technically have a tiny bit with how these are statted, to pull you and itself 10 feet towards the water.
Oh, less fun.
Alright, and that is the elemental water's turn. Felzy, you heard a really loud pop on the other side. You're not sure what just happened. You don't see the big water elemental over the top of the card anymore. You see like a little sliver of water, though.
Belzy is pissed.
Felzy's fucking pissed! Oh yeah, I should probably color these so I can track their HP easier.
Okay, that's a little propaganda. What's my range of this shit?
15-foot cone if you're thinking about your breath attack.
Blah.
If I moved here, can I still hit this one and one next to Morgan?
I need to find a good guide for how cone weapons work, but I believe so. Yeah.
Well, the cone would be emanating from her.
Oh yeah, from her, so... Yeah, you would
Yeah,
be
but
able to hit
also-
both of them without hitting Morgan.
I
Yeah.
assumed it was like 3 in front.
Yeah.
Stands out 3.
Yeah.
It's technically like that, but you could angle it easily enough to not hit Morgan.
I always imagine it being a tighter cone, but fair enough.
I mean, yeah, it probably is more like that.
Alright, so yeah, you can hit both of them.
Action to elemental breath.
Yeah.
Alright, is that a save or an attack?
It's a save. I think it's a dex save.
Alright,
Yeah.
dex save. Their dexterity is better than their bigger form.
Makes sense, they're smaller.
Alright, one... the one directly in front of you fails. And so does the other one. Go ahead and roll that damage. And this is ice damage.
10 damage.
10 points of ice damage. Not resistant to ice damage, but also don't have another affliction that water elementals do.
And Bails is going to burn some sorcery. There's a double check how many sorcery points it uses.
Quicken spell, I'm guessing you're looking at?
That's then 2 sorcery points.
Alright. First level spell then?
I don't think it's by level.
Yeah, the only one that's leveled
Oh.
is twinned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played a sorcerer.
Yeah. Yeah. Quickened is just two sorcery points per.
All right.
And I'm going to upcast Chaos Bolt.
Oh god.
All right. Chaos bolts. Against which one?
The one directly in front of me.
Yeah. To be fair, orange. Actually, point of order. Cone weapons, unless they state otherwise, don't go around corners.
Correct.
That's why I asked.
So I think orange might have been the only one affected.
Okay.
Wasn't
If
thinking
he's
about that.
If he's on top of the car, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give red back its HP.
That's
Because technically only orange would have been affected. Okay,
That's
sorry
fine.
about that. Chaos Bolt.
2d8 plus 1d6, so that's a total of 2d8 plus.
Is someone playing a video game, by the way?
No,
Because I hear
think so.
someone's controller viciously being manipulated.
Mm.
Okay, first is a 2d8 and then 3d6.
Alright.
It is manual.
Because the 2d8 is going to let you determine the damage type as well.
Yeah. So 2d8. Then.
So it could be
three-
poison or acid.
Oh, really?
Ew.
Alright, do you want to do poison or acid damage?
Guess I'll go acid.
Alrighty then. Luckily,
Additional-
unlike a water elemental, these don't have resistance.
That's good.
Shouldn't be telling you that, but it's funner this way. So it's 18 points of damage in total.
There's an additional damage then, because Felzy's blood type.
Oh yeah, because you dealt
adds a
acid
charisma
type damage.
modifier onto it.
I guess the charisma modifier is 5, right?
Yes.
That would be a total of 23.
22 Yep, 23. Ooh, it's not looking good. Sometimes I remember how to do basic math. Alright then. Felzy, in one turn, you go from breathing ice to suddenly shooting out a ball of acid towards this creature. And it goes from looking to having complete cohesion over its form to almost falling apart. Do you wish to move anymore, or is that your turn?
I moved up 2, so I've got some movement left. I'm going to skeet around the cart.
Alright.
1, 2, 3. Hey, Davinci, where are you going?
You see Travinci just being dragged off while wrapped up in this creature.
Not like I have a choice.
Alrighty then. Motogun, it's your turn.
Yeah, she's not happy seeing what the Travinci is being dragged off, so she's going to. She, regardless of if she bursts it down or not, she's going to expend all 3 attacks on this one, and then she's going to run over to Travinci.
Alrighty then.
So, if it bursts it down all the way, great. If not, she's still going to help him after.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make your attack rolls. A 23 will hit.
For 10 slashing.
Alright. Gets to red. Hey, that's that 10 that Felzy didn't get to do.
16
16 will also hit.
for 15.
Sorry, quick question. Would these creatures still be under the effect of Hexblade Curse?
Technically, no, because they are separate creatures.
Hexblade.
They were inside the other thing.
When the thing that with Hexblade Curse dies, can't Oregon elect a new one?
I do not believe so. I think that's Hunter's Mark. Let's.
The curse ends
No.
early if the target dies.
Yeah, because that water elemental did die.
Okay. Do you want me to
Okay.
re-roll then with just...
No, it just means that it would gain back 6 HP.
Okay, well I can, like,
That must be a invocation then.
is minute supposed to have the same plus as hour? Because on my sheet it's only got a +4 to hit.
It should.
Maybe it reset itself to be using your strength or dex instead of.
Yeah,
Your
it's set to
charisma?
strength. Let me just.
I've noticed that sometimes in some of my other games too, where it'll just reset something to a default stat.
Yeah.
Listen, it's roll 20. We don't have high expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Alright. So. The first 2 attacks did hit though, and it's just.
Yes.
Okay.
It just did a little less damage.
Okay, and now rolling minute proper.
Alright, 21 will hit. And.
I don't know what
Luck-
that 2-handed is.
Because Minute's a long sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That should also be adding your charisma modifier into the damage on that. So that should be another 5 on top.
Okay, so that would be 13 points of damage then.
Yeah.
Okay, I set it to do that now.
Yep. That's the problem with any time you make custom magic weapons in this game. It likes to fuck up the stats. Alright. Also, looking pretty bad, but not quite dead yet.
Okay, and like as I said, after doing the 3 attacks on that, whether it's dead or not, she's running over here, so it will get an attack of opportunity on her.
It will not. She did not leave its threatened range.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
concerning.
Alrighty then, so you move over to potentially help Dravinche next turn.
Yeah, I mean, unless I can bonus action try to dagger this thing off of him, yeah.
you already would have used your bonus action for the 3rd attack.
Nuh-uh, Thirsting Blade. I think...
What?
But that just gives you two attacks.
Oh. It could be because of the... I don't know. Moving on then.
Yeah, Thirsting Blade only gives you an extra attack. The reason why you get to attack 3 times is because you would use your bonus action to also attack with your dagger instead of using the or your short sword instead of using the long sword. Off-handed attack. We'll have to figure that out later. Let's not worry about it too much right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Dravinche, you are grappled.
Yes, which is very bad for him because while he's grappled, he can't dance.
Oh no, that's not true.
And,
Wait,
I
Lentils? You are actually restrained, not just grappled.
Oh shoot.
oh,
Because what weird.
Weird.
so yeah, Da Vinci's gonna try to wiggle his way out of this as best he can.
Alrighty then. Let me see what the escape DC for this is. Alright, you can go ahead and attempt a escape DC 13. Does not specify. This is not an initial grapple check though.
I guess you'd either do a dex or strength. Either bust out or try and slip out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can attempt a dexterity or a athletics or acrobatics check of your choice.
Well, one is significantly better for me.
Alright, so make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's squirmy.
Yeah. All right, you managed to get yourself out of the grasp of this creature, but that uses your action.
Yep. Eh. Hmm. I'm sorry. Just trying to operate on thinking of what I can and can't do.
You have sword.
Yeah.
You also have dagger for offhanding attacks.
Oh, did Nick his action to escape?
You have a dagger.
Can I do offhand attack? No.
I forget that requires the attack action too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, usually it
Okay.
requires the attack action, but if Ash wants to let you,
You could
Yeah,
try to
move
run
away.
away. You could try to move away. If you want to. Otherwise, yeah, you're a little limited right now.
Da Vinci will move here. Be the center.
What a dangerous spot to put yourself in, but fair. I like it.
I don't know. Maybe he likes the feeling.
Brimstone.
I don't know why that sounded like Squidward.
Brimstone.
Bramstone.
Brimstone.
That's
Why
right.
is Ataraxis nagging you?
Everybody turn and look. It's everybody,
Despite the fact he can't see me right now.
everybody turn and look. It's Squidward. It's never mind. I'm gonna quit the joke. I can't do it.
Fair.
It's Squidward Brimley.
Brimley. Jesus.
Or Squidward Kane, based on how I was doing that.
I'm gonna use my first attack to rack a lightning round into the new and improved Mercy, and then I'm gonna try to fire on Blue.
Or righty then.
I will make it sharpshooter, but use a grip point for advantage.
Alright.
Oh, good.
Good thing you did that.
Yeah.
Almost
that's,
a misfire.
yeah, that's just above a misfire. Jesus Christ.
Alright, so you rack and fire, and you all hear this just sudden deafening explosion of sound in the direction of Brimstone as a bullet rips through the blue water weird and nearly tears it in half in one shot.
It is light. I did say lightning round, so I don't know if that does anything additional. Just
It doesn't.
but yeah, just
It just foregoes this thing's resistance to non-magical damage,
okay.
which is weird because technically they are magic, but it's weird. Those rounds are weird because they're technically magic, but also not. They're just literally bottled natural elements.
Right.
But there's no non-magical fire damage in D&D. Or anything like that.
Magical lightning damage.
Alrighty then. So yes, you take that shot and it nearly tears the creature in half in a single bullet. This gun has far more kick than you were expecting.
Yeah.
Any Frankie soda?
No, but he almost busted your eardrums. Considering you were 10 feet away from a sniper rifle going off. With no ear protection.
Just
Not a subtle weapon.
we're gonna start putting that away, and that'll be my.
Alrighty then. Are you
My
going to make
turn.
any more movement or staying there?
I probably should.
You got a big rock behind you.
I can't take the hide action behind it technically because I've already used my action, but
You can at least gain the benefits of cover.
exactly.
Failsy, your ears get suddenly wrung, and then you look back and Brimstone's gone. He evaporated himself with his gun.
That's something Failsy would 100% believe too.
Good. finally blew up.
All right, Keta.
Adventure, how bad are you looking?
He's fine.
Is anybody is anybody injured?
No one you can currently see, because you can only currently see Morrigan and Dravenche.
Okay.
The water weirds are looking pretty bad.
Well, I'm not gonna heal them.
Rude.
Wow, water weirds are people too.
I need to see
It might be, you don't know.
Oh, it's as an action I can do that.
I don't know. I don't speak primordial.
Keta is going to... You know, she's gonna step up. Flick! Flick!
Yes, pronounce that L.
Her hand. And...
That's an important L.
Flick her hand and cast Eldritch Blast at the red one.
Alright, go ahead and roll that. Roll that beautiful blast damage. Or blast attack, rather. Roll that blast damage!
Jesus.
Keta
Okay.
is big angry.
Big Angie.
Big angry.
As you point your hand forward. And at first you're just like, Angie! And it gets bigger. And it fires forward, and the red one is obliterated. Dravinche, you watch as the elemental water from the creature pulls into the gemstone.
No talk me, Angie.
Perfect.
You know what? I mean, Lex, I think we can do this. All right. We got this. Can I see the blue one in between them?
Yeah, it's like whipping around, but it's not like gaining benefits of cover or anything.
Scream.
I'm gonna take my next shot at the blue one.
Alright. Natural one.
Yeah. I was like, it's bad. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, just for the absolute swinginess of it.
14 will hit.
Ooh, 14 will hit. Fun. That's 4 force damage.
Alright.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to healing light on myself, given I'm at like half HP.
He got punched.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Keta already started the campaign with a bit of a disadvantage in her constitution.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of HP.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You
spend-
touch yourself and feel invigorated with a strange healing light.
I'm gonna spend 4 points of that. All right.
Well, you know, that's Keta's fault for being born to parents of opposing natural alignment.
Can't help that she was born.
I can't help that I was born.
Right.
None of us.
Can
none
any of us
can.
really?
Alright,
Only
so-
time travelers.
Keta gains
Marty
back,
McFly, he definitely helped that he was born.
Anyways,
Keta gains back 12 HP, and I am good. That is my turn. I am not moving closer.
probably for the best.
Alrighty then.
Careful,
Elemental
shit,
water. 2 of them still holding together.
You
know what?
Is still probably electric. Still like pulsing with electricity.
You know what? Dravinche, you were pleasant to hold. I don't think a 10 is going to hit you, though.
Nope.
Alright.
Goes to hit Revenge. There's just an aftershock of electricity.
Pretty much. And orange has 2 targets. Evens odds.
Target rich environment.
Odd.
Avenger.
No.
No, it fails. He's turn for tentacle love.
She's not going to get any, though, with a natural 1. Time to roll severity. Ooh, low severity. Or
Somehow.
it can't drop a weapon, so
What do you mean?
it cannot drop a weapon or fall prone, so it doesn't get affected by its. It does not get affected by its poor severity roll.
It falls off the cart. It does nothing because it's water, but
Yeah, it goes there now.
yeah, just kind of slurps off it. Just goes for it and completely overcommits.
Yeah. Alright, Fazy. It is now your turn.
Thank you with with a knife.
I'm wondering, can I hit both from where I'm standing?
Yes, but you would also hit Dravince.
That's acceptable collateral.
Well, actually,
Do it.
you would hit Dravince and Morrigan, but you
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
both of them as well.
Yeah, you'd hit everyone.
And if I jumped onto the cart, would it bypass Dravince or still hit him?
If you want to hit both of them from anywhere down here, you're gonna hit at least Dravince.
Do it.
I'm
It's
fine with it.
fine.
I'm fine. Go for it.
I recall
Fine.
Dravince saying he liked the cold.
I think he said the opposite, but fair.
Oh, Failsy knows that. She's just being a shit.
I said no such thing. Ah!
Blah!
Time
I
for
was gonna elemental breath these guys.
alrighty then. What's the save DC on that again?
That's 16, and I'm trying to think how much he hits him for.
All right. Orange actually just rolled a natural 20, which is a save.
4d6.
Yeah, 4d6. Orange made the save,
12.
and blue also made the save, so they both take half.
And Adventure made the save.
Doesn't matter for
Well.
blue, though, as blue freezes, then
Nice.
shatters, and then gets pulled into the stone. Orange, though, somehow, it still exists. Though it's like a thin, like, rivulet of water that would run out of, like, a faucet.
Standing on the side of the cart, if this thing had eyes, it'd look up and seek a chaotic mess of energy in Fail's hand as she's looking down at it manically.
Oh no.
Oh god, 2 more sorcery points.
You're expending the points and going to bolt it?
Yep. Also,
Alright.
I actually have to cast Chaos Bolt. Like, it's an attack spell, not a dodge spell.
Correct.
So all of my spells being dodge spells.
Yes. Did we
Gee.
even have you roll for... Well, you probably would have hit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
roll your attack for your chaos bolt.
You would presently have disadvantage being within 5 feet of it.
Technically no, because she's 10 feet up.
Oh, she's on the cart. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, she climbed on top of the cart.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I'll have to add 2 more to it afterwards. That's a 14.
A 14 will hit.
And that's a 2 or an 8 on whatever Chaos Bolt is.
For Chaos
Thunder.
Bolt, that would be cold or thunder damage.
Nice.
Thunder. Thunder damage. We'll just oobleck this son of a bitch.
All right.
Turn into a big thunder smack.
As you send out a wave of concussive force and deal 12 points of damage to a creature with 1 HP, it is obliterated. And the rest of its elemental water pulled inside the gemstone.
Fucking slap me, assholes.
It tried and it just like fell over in front of you.
All right.
Are we at a combat?
Combat is complete.
Run over to Da Vinci, like, alright, do you need healing?
I'm fine.
You're like-
Yes,
I
fine.
suppose.
You're like rubbing your shoulders because it's cold. You'd have to make a medicine check to determine that.
Can I make a medicine check on him?
Yeah. It's a DC 15 to determine if you're determine exact HP, or a 10 to get a general idea.
Yeah, 14.
So above or below half.
Above half.
So that's what you get.
Just in case.
Could I maybe give a rough percentage?
No, because that's what, like, if you, for how I do this with determining someone else's HP to keep the metagame to a minimum, you could do it as a bonus action in combat. It's never really come up before. You can do it as a bonus action in combat, but you get, if you roll above a 10, you get above or below half HP. Above a 15, you get into the quarters. And if it's 20, you get to know the exact number out of their maximum.
Okay.
Alright, so you're relatively fine, alright. Okay.
I swear this crystal just got colder.
Well, we don't have to go hunting a water elemental anymore now, do we?
Yeah, Vinci, you can actually feel like this frigid energy. It's almost like when you have to grab something made of metal that's in sub-zero temperatures. Holding it is getting uncomfortable.
Just put it in a pouch in the bag that doesn't have any other metal in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Hey, Watergun, good thing we noticed that, huh? Raise a hand for a high five.
Yeah, she'll just come over and give her a high five. Good eyes.
Is everyone okay?
We had to fight living water.
That's a problem.
It was.
We're fine. We can keep things moving.
Oh, wait. This might be a perfect time to test out the thing. Lee, did you make the muffins?
Give me 1 second.
Test what out?
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He comes out with a tray of... Oh no, the dice!
That's a weird flavor of muffin.
It's wonderful flavor. Listen, I'm sure if you took a little sugar D20 and put it on the top of every muffin for a D&D themed gathering, people would fucking love it.
That sounds like something Lee would do anyways.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what that is, but...
He didn't
It
use a
looked-
mold, he just carved the sugar.
Oh, God.
Boy, he looked nice, so...
It's like a platter he's holding that has 18 muffins on it.
Oh, you made a lot.
I've had a lot of batter. You gotta be careful when you're using fruit. It makes the batter too liquidy and then it doesn't set up properly.
Well, do you want to tell him what it is, or should I tell him?
Mom? Dad? What was that? Okay. That was creepy is what that was.
Yes. So eat them.
Just
If
gonna
you're
take
feeling
one.
if you're feeling hurt, eat one.
So take one and scarf it down.
Alright. I forgot I need to actually make a check for Lee to see how he did on these. That was tough.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It was just creepy. Mom? Dad? Just like, who's coming for us?
Basically, roommate is in the other room playing SMT5, and
That was the first time we've heard anything as far as I've heard.
and the cat, just as there like a big dialogue thing was going off, my cat just swung the door wide open.
Tally arrives. Mom? Dad? You're just dad. Where's mom? You don't have mom.
I mean, it's better than than one of my other friends' roommates, who just when we're playing, we'll just randomly hear ah,
Okay.
exactly like that. His roommate is fucking weird.
I like the idea of Tally coming and going, "You're winning, son."
Tally would say you win in Sun to Armored.
And by are you winning, I mean you're not, because I'm hungry. Feed me.
It is time for Pet's father. All right.
It's bedtime.
Anyways, anyone who wants to partake of a muffin, they have immediately to the taste buds the breading of the muffin itself is sweet, but it has this sort of like little veins of fruit running through it that are immediately to your taste buds quite tart. But as you chew through the muffin, it becomes this very rich, almost like sort of like a combination of a grape and a blueberry-esque flavoring.
This is really good.
And anyone who eats one, you regain 1 hit point.
Okay, I got one hit
Just
point.
one. Don't be greedy.
You can have more than one.
I need like 6.
You might eat 6. As long as everyone else gets one.
I'll wait
least.
till everybody gets one.
Rosie munching muffin.
You munch
Revenge
muffin
will
and
have
regain
one.
HP.
So,
Yeah, they just got out of the oven too, so they're like still warm, and the fruit part of it is still a little bit gooey.
I found these berries that I used to make weak healing potions, and I got them for Lee because they're very pretty. And we thought that they'd make really good muffins. And we were right.
I like to
Any-
think that it's
Go
at this
on.
point that we notice that Jamel is currently stuck in the door because she ran at it too fast.
No, she's still inside. She thought you guys had it.
I'm glad she has confidence in us.
Listen, she's not the smartest woman.
So, what were those small little weird things that came out of the water when I popped the water elemental?
I don't know, but they all got absorbed into the crystal regardless.
Ooh, more fancy water. I wonder if it's like that fancy kind of bottled water you get at a restaurant.
The 3 people who can make a check to actually identify that creature would be Failsy, Morrigan, and Brimstone. It would be an Arcana check.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
I am not terrible at this.
It's 12.
Can I guidance one of them?
If you want to... for this, no, because it's literally just them recalling it. As you ask, this isn't like an active thing you think they're doing.
What are we making an Arcana check for?
To determine what those creatures were, because Keta wanted to know.
Okay.
I don't think Felsi knows.
That's weird that Brimstone knows the most, despite being
There's a reason.
explicit. Okay, that's fair.
Felsi's from a desert.
Yeah. Failsy's lived in a desert a long time. You don't see much water.
The only water you see on a regular basis
Is
is the oasis that Voltalia swims in. And I don't think she'd really allow water weird to be in there.
No. So, Morrigan, you have a vague understanding of what these creatures might have been. You've seen water elementals in your time in Bogcrest. Like small water elementals will occasionally appear out of the more magically charged portions of the bogs.
Mm-hmm.
They're generally not that threatening, but they tend to actively attempt to drown any living creature that comes near them.
Yeah.
For what purpose, not necessarily known.
So her reaction to get Dravince out of it, try to help Dravince get out of the grips of the one that had him, is even more fitting.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh shit, I've seen what happens with this. No, no, no.
Yeah. Brimstone, much the same for you. Though you and your platoon buddies had a very nondescript but weirdly applicable name for these creatures, which was just weird water or water weirds. It's just a living constrictor snake made of water, basically.
I mean, I encountered them while I was out in the war. Yeah, we just called them weird water snake things, and apparently that's kind of what they're called anyways. At least that's what Patton said.
I'm a calm spicy water.
Spicy water is when water have bubbles.
Yeah, okay.
From
Spicy water.
from my own experience back home, those things would be in the bogs sometimes and try to drown people.
Well, we don't have to worry about anyone drowning just yet. Let's get back. Let's get the cart back moving.
Well, again, the pleasant thing about these ones compared to the ones you're used to, the ones in Bogcrest smell terrible. They smell like rotting vegetation and sulfur. These ones just smelled like water.
Yeah, just, as she's getting back to in the car, just mumble where if anyone close enough to her can just hear her say, "At least this one smelled better."
Am I gonna take the cart duty alone?
Felsi will climb back onto the cart. Okay, now I need to get dry again.
Well, you can go get dry with your wife. Not like that. Not like that.
The opposite happens. No. All right. As you all load up back onto the cart and continue on your journey, the rest of the day goes by uneventfully, and we're gonna go ahead and take break.
I'm gonna go get some pizza.
Alrighty.
Get yourself some za.
So we go into our normal 5 to 10. It'll
Yay.
take me a moment to step away for our bio break because I am in the middle of finishing the second to last row of this scarf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this row, then I'm gonna take a bio break.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
You okay there, Fair Tools?
Yeah, I'm just stuck on trying to do a thing, and I've missed a step.
Oof.
Are you trying to glue something together and you put it together in the wrong order?
Yep.
Ugh. That's never
Fails. Fail, Z. That kills projects. You can't control Z real life. Only in very rare circumstances.
Dumb thing.
Meow.
I close the
Meow.
door to keep her from swinging it open. She's not happy.
Brother, how
Angie.
dare you police my entry?
Angie.
So that was a pretty nice, straightforward encounter. We see thing, we stab thing, shoot thing, freeze thing, blow thing up.
I actually think there's a little crater where the last one was standing.
Just a divot in the sand.
It is a big concussive slam.
Possibly. Possible. She is very upset.
Father, I wish to be free.
I remember
Armor-
doing that to one of my cats. He started eating the bottom of the door.
Yeah. Armored, is this appropriate?
She's actually hasn't screamed that much when it comes to her food bowl being empty. But I've gotten her on an auto feeder, so nah. So she stops screaming at me for food, usually.
Nice.
And now I shall post a picture of the cat with one of the fluffiest bellies I've seen.
Remember, beware the fluff. Sometimes it is a trap. Other times it is a blessing. You cannot tell which one it will be before you have touched.
Yes, I have no fucking idea.
Naruto is in Fortnite.
Correct.
This is all. You want to see Sasuke dribbling a basketball? Now you can.
Terrifying.
Really, a power that we should not have had as humans.
Hmm.
I'm building a tank while playing.
Another a Slaneshi tank.
Yes. Instead of a troop transport, it's an actual battle tank.
Fair enough.
I have troop carriers, but in small games, I can't take troop carriers. And once more, I keep getting destroyed by enemy artillery.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Ye.
And yes, hello, Tally. Mary.
I'm here. I just had to speed eat some pizza and letting him settle.
No worries.
In the meantime, I was watching Tipsy Bartender.
No,
I need to just step away for a sec.
Ooh.
Listen, sometimes you look at the man who creates the juice that kills the man.
Bone hurting juice.
Yeah. Bone hurting juice, soul hurting juice. All I know is that if you take a sip, you die.
Pain hurting juice.
Yeah, it hurts your pain.
Mm-hmm. Which then makes your pain hurt.
And all I can think about is the fact that outside of America, it would be very expensive to make anything he does. This alcohol is very cheap in America.
Yep.
Or rather, alcohol is very expensive everywhere else.
yeah, alcohol is pretty expensive here.
Alright, so since we're done with that map, yank! Time to get rid of that turn order.
And now I have to readjust the screen again.
Sorry.
No worries.
Alrighty then. If everyone's back, we can continue. Is everyone good to continue?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yee. I think Fail Troll said that he had to step away for a moment.
I'm not hearing a response, so I would assume this is correct.
My mouth is spaced.
Is the pizza spicy?
It is.
What is the pizza?
Domino's.
I meant like what is on it.
It was a ham and I believe bacon. I don't know. I scarfed it down. I have not eaten most of today.
Wait, why was it spicy then?
You don't know. It was the sauce.
Ah, yes, Domino's, known for their spicy sauce.
I'm white.
So am I.
Jinx.
Oh my.
I am painfully white. You've seen that I glow.
You are much whiter than I am. I think I'm the least white out of everyone, and the least white of all the people here.
Ah, yes. Violently mayonnaise flavored.
Violent mayonnaise.
Yep. Ah! Ah!
I believe that is Tally doing a scram.
Yes, it is her doing a scrim about wanting to be let out of the room.
Meow.
Are you not going to commit her a freedom?
You are up my ass like 24/7.
She has been given a freedom, but now she shall start meowing because I have closed the door on her.
Listen, if the door is closed, it doesn't matter if she's in or out. She scream.
Correct.
She's gotten used to not to. If I'm not in the room, she's okay with the door being closed.
She
She's
just
like, you're having.
she wants to be in the same room as you.
Yes.
It's just you're having fun without me. You can't have fun without me. I am the fun.
My man is making a magic drink that teleports you to the hospital after one sip.
Because it dissolves your organs.
Digital food has no right looking that good.
It has every right looking that good. That's the purpose of it. It can only look good.
Hmm?
Please. I'm looking up custom content for Sims, and I mainly use food custom content. Like, look at that.
I'm gonna judge you slightly. Kitty
What?
pancake.
What? I like having the ability to have an actual like grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That's fair. I'm just saying, if you're talking about like the base game Sims, most of the food is just vaguely shaped blob.
I thought they usually just ate peas.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
why,
eat peas, burger, hot dog, and sometimes pizza.
That's why I use custom content food that actually looks like food.
Yeah.
But
Time to
Robbie.
make this plate of food have more polygons than my sim.
Look, I just want my sim to be able to make himself an egg without lighting the house on fire.
Turns on oven, house on fire. I don't know what happened.
Turns on sink, house on fire. What?
I've got that house on fire disease.
Hey,
All right.
I'm just reminded of the fact that Babish
case of
did
explosions.
Babish did an episode making some of the foods from one of the Sim expansion packs, but that's beside the point.
Yay.
we're all back.
All right then. Let us continue. Unless anything is wanted to be said, the rest of the day continues largely uneventfully.
Oh, Keta does have something to tell the party.
You may. About what time of day would you be telling the party this?
Probably like when we, go to bed down.
Okay. It was pretty mid to getting later into the midday by the time you all reached this lakefront, so
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
We do like night watches. I don't think our car can travel at night.
No, if you're on a road it can, but it's not a good idea. Because unlike Galadriel, this cart like Jeeves?
Yeah, that's what we have a name for right now.
Yeah. Jeeves cannot outrun most things.
And he also can't alert us if something is happening, because as far as we know, he doesn't talk.
No, this one does not speak.
yeah, night watches sound good, but like as we're bedding down, it's just so I know we were agreed that we had to tell people when something happened, right?
Mm,
Well, something happened.
Yes.
It's not bad. At least I don't think so. Not yet. I have another person living inside of me. Technically.
Does that make 3 now?
No, only two. Only two because so remember when I exploded and you saw the mist smoke form of me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's their own. They're their own person now. I talked with them, and apparently the experiment that was being performed on me, I still don't know the right wording for that, was to separate the divine part of myself from the infernal part of myself. That's why I got slightly bigger horns, a tail, and things like that. An effort to find himself.
oh.
But well, okay, I can't really introduce you because they don't like you guys.
What did I ever do to it?
It's a general dislike for everybody. But their name is Amislux.
What?
And it wants to kind of leave me, but it can't.
So let me get this straight. There's an entity that we haven't met to that hasn't actually even talked to us, but hates all of us. And it wants to tear itself out of your body.
And
You
this is
technically
the divine part of you.
You technically have met them. It was just they didn't have a conscience at the time.
And this divine part of you is apparently Grainom himself, technically.
And kind of tilt her head back and just kind of looks like she's. I know you really don't want to talk, but do you have a better way to explain this? I know you hate them, but they need to kind of know so they don't freak out.
Make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Charisma check with disadvantage. Oh, that's a 12. Probably not gonna work.
Yeah, you don't get any response.
Oh, they don't seem like talking, but they look like the kind of form that I took before, though they only have horns. Apparently, also only recently got eyes too. I was thinking of maybe there might be a way to help us both. I don't think the painter. I think it might have to be himself who has to help us. But I thought I'd tell you that. It had to be good to have Ami's Lux kind of say that, but I love you guys a lot. I really do. Them not so much. They think
Sounds
that
like a them problem.
they think that you drag me into danger. I corrected them on that fact.
Yeah.
You drag us into danger.
That's why I said I
Yeah.
corrected them on that fact.
Doesn't mean it's inclined to believe you, though.
Yeah, they kind of think that you're kind of all here out of an obligation. You don't really care about me. It's long and complicated, I know, but
Well, then
Or
we
it's
just
just
prove them wrong.
I just wanted to tell you because I don't know if I really have control over them coming out anymore.
Probably
So-
not.
Just so you're aware. She kind of does a thumbs up. Also, I may have had a slight vision. I don't know if it was a vision or not, but when Da Vinci put on that veil that he got from his friend, I think, I don't know, he put on a strange veil he got in the mail.
Yes, this one.
Could you just put it on for a moment? I want to see if it happens again.
He'll put it on.
Alright. He does so. You don't see the same flash of like an actual vision, but there is a weird, almost deja vu feeling.
Okay. So, when you first put on the veil, I saw a flash of Jesus. Like you were Jesus. Um, but I don't see that right now. It's more so sort of a sense of deja vu. Has your friend made veils like this before?
Um. hmm. Probably.
Maybe. I know Desus wears a veil.
Yes, they do, and so well, since you mention it, it is a black veil that they wear.
Almost like a funerary veil. Well, I thought I'd bring that up so I don't get yelled at.
You know, sometimes I get a little jealous of the fact that all this stuff happens to you guys. And then I realize the main two of us that get visions are Vinci and Keta. And Nacho gets all the bad shit happening to him, so you know I'm good.
Living in my brain is a mental prison in on itself.
That's Brimstone. You are completely fair in that. Sometimes I still question if I should have even gotten on that boat.
Well, then you
Just wait for the next one.
wouldn't have met us, and especially you wouldn't have had extended time with Morgan.
Well,
Anyway, would anybody like some strawberry milk?
Is that someone knocking on the cart?
the fuck?
You hear a knock on the back door of the cart.
Poke head out of cart.
You see a little bee standing outside.
Oh, hi.
Someone got a package
Hello.
out in the middle of nowhere.
They can reach you anywhere.
Ma!
It's terrifying.
They can also find you anywhere because bees have fucking good senses of smell.
Yeah,
the
they do.
bees will find you. It is
guys are
only a
also-
matter of
You guys are also only 2 days away from a major city.
Fair.
fair.
Package?
Yes, I have one for a Mr. Dravinci.
Alright.
Here you go. Is he present?
Yeah, that's me.
Scoot over.
Oh, of course.
Here you go, sir. And it holds up a small wrapped package towards you.
Oh, thank you.
Any other things?
No, not currently. Are you expecting anything? We can make sure to check to see if there have been any correspondence for you next time we take a visit back to the main division.
No. Actually, could you take a quick letter back with you?
Certainly. If you have
Right.
the fare for it.
How much would it be?
Outside delivery, that would be 10 gold.
Kat is going to slide over a platinum, and she's going to write out a quick letter. Rescue her aunt.
Thank you very much. And
Question.
you can send that to me whenever you want to.
Given that Keta's writing a letter, question: is the embargo on outgoing mail still going on?
Unfortunately, yes. We're trying to develop a pathway through, but anything trying to pass... Sorry, I'm adjusting my headphones. Anything trying to pass out of the border to the south is giving us quite a bit of trouble, and anything we try to route around through the desert is very hard to deliver.
Are messages out to the east still going?
Yes. There's a border nation between us and and Jezebeth, so we are able to send through there, and by proxy it can reach its location, though we cannot guarantee expediency like we can in our own borders.
That's completely fair.
There's also an assumed rise in rate due to the fact we are going to have to trade hands with another shipping organization.
Thank you for the information.
Not a problem. We do our best to provide the best service we can.
Hey, Jamel. Do you think
Hmm?
any of our people can do anything about mail
Hmm.
or join up with the Buzzkin to do desert mail?
We could probably establish something, though honestly it might be a bit hard. It sounds like Grainham in general is not accepting post from our nations. Odd. We don't have a closed border ourselves though, so it might be a little easier. Well, if that is something you'd be potentially interested in, Miss Jamel, then you could certainly talk to one of our division officers and see about arranging something. I know you yourself with your status would be able to do so. Viva
I'm currently thinking of like a pneumatic sort of system that just sort of cuts through the desert.
It would be possible, though very time consuming to make. It'd be like how we move things around inside the temple quickly.
Belzy currently dreaming of a glass pipeline, almost like an oil pipeline through the desert. Just
Terrible.
launching large packages.
Terrible, very terrible. Well, again, if that's something you'd be interested in, you can always talk to one of our division directors and see about setting something like that up. Though it sounds like that would be very extensive to make.
Ash of note, this is going to Indra.
Yeah, I heard you say it was going to Ketzand.
Well, she has a new one.
Well, yes, but I know who you're referring to when you say your aunt. A very short letter.
It's very... it's urgent and to the point.
Alrighty then. Yeah, so you hand that over, and the bee looks at the. I'm assuming this would just be a folded piece of paper.
She will kind of take the time to actually, because Keta would, with her courtier background, have at least something to denote of like, hey, this is particularly from me, so you know it's not a fake. So she'll kind of denote it with like, I assume it's like a stamp or something.
Yeah.
Just so Indra knows that it is from her, and then just kind of hand it off and he goes, "Thank you."
Oh, absolutely no problem at all, ma'am. Okay then. Any other outgoing mail?
Not from me currently, thank you.
Alrighty then. I hope you all have a pleasant night. I will be on my way.
Just steps out the garden, buzzes off into the distance.
Well, I hope that letter gets to her safely.
It might not. But fate has its ways.
I mean, she also does move around. I don't know if she'll be forever at the Bastion.
If she's anywhere south of the border, it might not reach her. Unless she ends up doing expeditions out into the Drag Empire.
Listen, I don't question where my aunt goes because it's usually something involved with sex.
Doesn't that make that more interesting?
No, I don't want to hear about my aunt's sex life.
Yeah, fair.
And she's
Just
very well known for that.
Just shrug. I can see why. And open the package.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
On the inside, you see a small, about palm-sized stone that is carved with intricate, never once repeating snowflake patterns.
Ooh.
What is it?
It appears to be a sending stone. One of a pair.
It appears to be one of a pair of sending stones, and given the inscription, I say probably know who the sender is. Is there anything else with?
No, it's just a nice velvet lined box with a single stone in it.
Ah, they really had to play for dramatics here.
You have no idea.
Yeah, but as you're holding it, it takes a second, but you suddenly hear in your head, Javince, I can sense that this object has reached you. I trust we will be able to have some correspondence a bit easier now. Even when you are outside the border.
End of message?
Yep, it does not continue.
Okay. And
By the way, for the sake of how I'm gonna have sending stones work from now on, because I don't like the 25 word limit through a magical item, you get to send a short message of whatever you want. Just keep in mind that it can't take super long to say. You can't say hundreds of words.
like basically what would roughly fit in like 6 to
You can have basically a paragraph
yeah.
at most.
Okay.
And even then, that's
And-
kind of pushing it. Like what you would imagine saying to someone fairly quickly.
You get a single tweet.
250 characters. Better use them wisely. Open up a Word document. Make sure you're not cheating. Spaces count.
But I assume Dravince recognizes the voice.
Yes, you do recognize the voice of Fuyumi.
Okay, he would just be startled for a minute, then get a bit of a smile. Ah. And it is who I thought it was. So, just a second, I'm going to quickly send a reply. And he'll send a reply of... It's a pleasure to hear your voice once more. I trust my last letter arrived to you safely?
Alrighty then. Unfortunately, they are still sending stones.
Yep, once per day, but
Well, as I've mentioned before, each one has a charge. So technically, you could say that and then continue by saying another message, and then she would get to reply. Because I let sending stones work that way because it makes them slightly more useful.
Okay, before he expends the charge, this is from. Let me just refer to my notes. Lady Fuyumi, Mistress of the Frozen Valley. I've been having some correspondence with her since our arrival here in the Drake Empire.
Ah, so not ex-girlfriend.
Client. She is one of the 13 council members of the Council of the Drake Empire.
So how many have you been client before, or they've been clients for you?
I have had two members of the council be clients. So where I worked for periods of 6 months for each. I've worked for Akari, the master of the spirit's flame. She is a very elegant kitsune, and is one of the strongest members on the council. Now, me working as her bodyguard was more to keep undesirables away and to be a second pair of eyes, amongst other tasks.
That I know what you mean. I really do. But it really sounds like you were hired to be her fake boyfriend.
Spell dancers do end up having to take such roles.
From over here, it just sounds like he was a prostitute for 6 months.
I mean, there's nothing wrong in that.
It really depends on what our client wishes us to present ourselves.
Well, now we have a line to talk to a council member. That's good.
I had sent her recently a letter outlining the events that have happened in Petalfall, and hopefully once we arrive at to the Lotus Citadel in Blossom Kingdom, we should be welcomed with emergency medical support for whatever state Gregory is in by the time we arrive.
Sweet. That's neat.
Now, if you excuse me, I'll send her a quick update on our current status. And I'll use the charge on his sending stone to simply state my entourage and I have left Petalfall. Due to urgency of time, we are attempting a direct path through the Tursta Forest to Blossom Kingdom from Petalfall. All things withstanding, we should arrive within 2 weeks.
There's a bit of a pause, but you do get another reply. If you're cutting a path straight across, be very mindful of the Silver Crest Mountains. It's a small mountain directly in the center of the country. There's some interesting creatures there that you might want to steer clear of. And I will type out that name so you guys have it.
Yee.
Thank you.
And if you're curious about where it is on the map, I will mark it real quick.
Meanwhile, Ket is being devious in the background.
Keta brings out the strawberry milk. It's pretty good. Very rich, I will warn you. Mainly tried it this morning.
Alright, Keta doing a devious in the background. It's a fairly small area, but it's just apparently a single mountain in the center of the country.
I'm gonna have to make an updated map soon.
Well, yeah, there are some land features that you didn't add from the previous map that are actually part of the... You could try going through them, but it's up to you. Or rather, you could try going over it. The cart could, but it might be dangerous. Or it might just be weird. You don't know.
And that's Silvercrest Mountains?
Silver Cree Mountains.
Silver Cree. He'll just nod and then look back to the others. So, I've been just informed that our current path will have us be traveling directly through an area called the Silver Cree Mountains. So, which is unfortunately one of the more dangerous areas of the Tursta Forest. Once they start appearing on the horizon, it would be best that we adjust our course to detour around them.
Probably.
I've just noticed that for some reason the T that is supposed to be at the end of that word, though it is silent, did not get typed out when I spelled it.
Oop.
It is supposed to have a T at the end of it.
Well, that's good to know at least. I'm standing
And-
head.
Keta, why does one cup have two straws?
Oh, we ran out of cups.
There's never been a problem with cup count prior.
I haven't had a chance to wash the dishes yet, okay?
You can't see the face I'm making, but it's like a stupid, like, jaw extended forward. Definitely trying not to hide anything. ... Smile.
It's really good. It's fine. You and Morgan could share.
It's the biggest cup.
He scoots it towards you.
Morgan just looks at Dravinci and goes, we've done worse than share drinks.
If you have straws.
That's fair. At least try a sip.
It's really good. It's really rich.
I mean, I can't describe it any better than it's strawberry milk. But it's like the strawberry milk that actually has, like, actual, like, strawberry puree syrup in it.
Ooh, so the good shit.
It's definitely denser than we might be used to in this day and age because it's closer to cream than it is to milk. Because this is an ancient world setting where Lee just bought whole unseparated cow's milk, so it still has the cream in it, or the creme in it.
Yeah. So true whole milk.
I just rolled an R. How did I do that?
Magic.
I can't do that. How did I do that? Maybe I'll figure it out.
We were thinking of trying it with peaches, but I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna make sure I master the peach tea first.
Yes.
Also, I just like it because it's pink.
Alright, I actually do have to do the dishes now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, night watches. Do we want to take them particularly?
Well, since I've got the watches, the goggles of night vision, and those still seem to work, thankfully. The like anyone can use them for their watch, but that means I can take one even if it's in the middle of the night.
I mean, I'll take one. I have pretty good eyes.
I don't
I
mind
could
doing a watch.
I could be a bird.
I'll take the one after Morrigan.
I'll take first watch.
All right, Keta first.
Who wants to go second?
There's 4 watch slots, so
I guess Morgan could go next, and with what Armor just had Da Vinci say he would be third.
all right. So Keta, Morrigan, armored. Keta, Morrigan, Da Vinci, rather.
Hey, Jamel, do you want to watch the sunrise together?
Sounds pleasant.
Oh, Elsie!
What?
I need to talk with you. It's super private.
Okay, 1 second, go talk.
Are you flirting with my wife?
No, I have a boyfriend.
That doesn't change anything.
I am very in love with my boyfriend and not very much in love with your wife. She's very nice, but I don't like her like that.
Okay, you should. Alright, goodbye.
I'm just gonna pull Failsy into a side and go. So, I
One of
have
the
a word.
bedrooms.
I have a word that I need to see if you know it, because you're really smart.
I know lots of words.
She's gonna write out the name and show it to Failsy.
What name is this?
I need to know if it translates into anything that you know.
Is that what's on the roll 20 right now?
Yeah. It was also key with an I, not with a Y.
Sorry.
Failsy, make an intelligence check,
It's smacking her with guidance.
because this is going to be a potentially a difficult. You can make it either if you can make a history check with this as well. This is going to be a slightly difficult check because you're seeing a word that's in a different language written in common letters, like as close as Keta can imagine it pronounced in common.
Okay, so it's an additional D4.
Yeah.
Okay. Histrionics. 25.
Go ahead and roll that d4.
That's a
All right.
28. 29.
Jesus.
Note to self: never let Failsy roll.
Correct.
Failsy always wants to succeed for some reason.
Yeah, Failsy always succeeds on history checks.
Failsy doesn't have the roll 20 curse.
Well, Kato went to Failsy because Failsy's like the best option for this name, so.
Well, yeah, because Failsy knows like the most languages other than Keta.
He's a researcher, so.
That too.
You're like
Anyways.
you start thinking about it, Failsy. You're like, okay, that's a lot of sounds that you've heard in a lot of different languages. You're like thinking about it, and the specific way Keta has written it is 2 distinct syllables. It's a name, and you're like thinking about it, and you run it through basically like the index of different languages you have in your brain. It takes you a second, but you eventually land on one, being deep speech. Lucky, like
Lucky is how you imagine it to be said when she spells it out. She can even pronounce it for you, and that helps you a little bit.
Yes, you would.
But that reminds you of a... It reminds you of a word you've heard in deep speech. Lakiel.
Oh, fun.
Which I have this written down. There it is. Lakiel, which, to the best of your current recollection, which is pretty good right now. Weirdly so after Keta gave you a pat. You're not sure what was up with that. It is a deep speech word that refers to... What's the best way to translate this? It's similar to one of many. Or an individual in a crowd. It's like a generic word to refer to a singular person in a large group of people when they don't have a specific way to identify them.
Best
Like
I
it-
can tell,
Yeah, it doesn't have a direct translation, but that's like what it means.
it's a nearly generic term for one in a group.
Huh.
One person in a crowd or one of many.
I mean, no. See, at that point, we'd have to ask Elway about that one.
Other
Context is
might come back as other similar words might be legion, I guess.
A similar word, if you want to think about it, would actually be referring to a soldier. Like a soldier or like a brood. Like, yeah, like any term that refers to a singular entity of a larger group.
And similar words would be soldier from a battalion or a brood from a swarm.
so one of many.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's also specifically what I remember. What I'm picking this up is it sounds like deep speech.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. There
Well,
is
with me, I know everything.
there is context for this. It's very quietly and like very close with Failsy, so if anybody's like listening in on the door, it'd be hard to hear them. Lee had an imaginary friend who I don't think was completely and utterly imaginary.
Oh?
I think my writing theory it might have been that what he was merging into who he is now.
What he was?
Technically he was a Lavani, and then he merged with the soul of the child he ate in Delhi. But some sort of lingering essence stayed around and talked with him, and he just assumed it was his imaginary friend.
I
So-
see.
Given context, given what the name might mean, I think it might be a simple way for one of a large brood of Lavani to describe themselves if they did not have a name.
Sounds reasonable.
I don't know. I'm just a little concerned. Because from the way LA described it, it's just like former personality is gone. Kind of With a young enough soul, it's just kind of an overwrite.
I wonder if that's always the case.
I don't know.
It does sound quite confusing and rather detrimental on a species level if you keep forgetting what species you are.
I mean, I guess it's better for them in a sense that they don't remember and they could live a life and reproduce on land. Because without reproducing on land, you're kind of left through asexual reproduction.
I was more thinking of the repercussions of not knowing limits of yourself and getting killed because you don't know you need to eat wild magic, and as such as we have the issue with Lee.
True, but that also only came up when we took him off the boat.
But I don't think all Lavani will just stick to boats if they don't remember what they are.
Thank you for your help. I was very confused. I'm gonna go.
I'll add this to my list of things to research then.
Let me know. I'll help you. I'm gonna go take watch and then maybe make out with my boyfriend later. I don't know. Bye. She leaves.
Don't be afraid to be loud. The walls are soundproof.
We've tested it.
The walls aren't thin, and none of us are impressionable.
Okay, just gonna go take watch.
Don't mind me and what I'm doing in the background.
Are these things I should be adding to map later?
No, this is things I can draw personally. It's just roadways. Because I figure I keep mentioning the actual trade road, I might as well draw it. So you guys actually know where it is. Can't have roads in the desert. Yeah, but those are like all of the established
ground.
those are all of the established roads that are properly maintained.
Should that roll perception check for watch?
Yes. We'll go ahead and do
Unless-
the first watch.
Anybody else want to do anything? That's a 14.
14. Alright.
Just kind of perched up on the top of the cart.
Your watch goes by uneventfully.
Alright. Get down into the cart and go get Muddigan. And give her a little smooch on the forehead and give her guidance for at least a minute.
Aw.
I'll go be with my boyfriend. Bye.
Right. So, perception.
Perception.
I don't know if I get to roll the guidance or not.
Yeah, I'll let it happen.
Okay.
It's just a D4. Hey, another 4.
That makes it a 14 then.
Yep. Alright. Another 2 hours go by. Nothing particularly eventful happens. The moon at this point rises up high, and you can see it glistening off the surface of the large lake before you with its brilliant crystal blues.
Yee.
It is full right now, so it feels a little reminiscent.
Yeah, but things are better for her seeing this view after so many years.
Yeah. And you feel a tug.
She will look in the direction the tug is coming from.
You don't see anything there. Just the sensation of a hand pressed on your shoulder. The first time in a long time that you felt this.
And she doesn't feel threatened or anything like that.
No. It's comforting, but it comes as a surprise because it's been a while.
Hello again.
You feel the pressure tighten slightly. Affirmation that you've been heard.
If you're worried I'm gonna throw myself into another lake, unless it's just to go swimming, that's not gonna happen.
The tension relaxes, and then you just feel a gentle pat. Not what they were thinking.
It's normally me reaching out to you.
The pressure is light, but there's acknowledgement of the fact. You feel your go on.
Just at the... Because I've read and heard things about others who have patrons. Suppose I need to pay a due? Or is it something else?
There's a tight squeeze. You almost feel concern. Almost unnaturally, you feel your eyes drawn to the lake in front of you. And when you can pull them away again, kneeling next to you, knees tucked under her, very proper sitting form. You see the golden-haired woman just sitting next to you. There's no face or features, just darkness where skin would be. I have not been honest with you. I have not been honest with myself. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
You saw them, didn't you?
Depends on what you're talking about there, honestly.
The faces. You have this flash to the last time you were in that moonlit clearing, when all the trees around you became, for a moment, twisted and screaming visages.
Yeah, but that was just him fucking with my head.
I wish that were true. You feel almost a sense of shame coming from this entity. There have been others before you who carried my blade. All of them I reached out to in moments of need. And because of what I am, what they were driven to because of me, every one of them died. A horrid, twisted, and painful death.
Is that why you haven't demanded anything of me other than having found Sonata?
Yes. I exist as hypocrisy. That is my curse. I am a blade that offers safety. But that is not what a blade brings. I'm sorry that you have been burdened with my ownership. And I'm sorry that I had not said anything until now.
can understand not doing so. Second person in as many days asking or saying they're sorry to me.
I would hazard to call myself a person any longer. There was a time where I would have. Even in this form, I would hold on to shreds of what I once was. But you made it so I did not have to. You took me to where those shreds should have belonged.
Well, if you asked me to do so, and even if you hadn't, that girl was in a bad situation. I would have helped her anyway.
I know. You're a wonderful person.
Wouldn't say that.
I've met many. I used to be one. So I would know. I have been putting it off for a time, making excuses. But I had to speak to you, to tell you that soon there will be a cost, a levy that must be paid to continue my use.
And if it's too great, do we just part ways?
That is likely to be the case.
Thank you for letting me know.
There's a very slow nod to the head.
If I'm not able to pay that price, would you still like the blade to be carried to Tesvarel? The original reason I set out on this was to go and see if I could get an audience with Ignesia to see as to why I was picked. From everything I found out, she was your mother.
Once, perhaps. But no longer. She would not recognize me. I no longer carry her divine essence. That was given to Sonata.
Fair enough. So, should that time come and We must part ways. What's to be done?
It is likely I will simply vanish. The world no longer has a need of me. I have done what my kind must as a lingering spirit, and passed on my knowledge to the next. At this point, I believe it is only your will that is keeping me in existence. That and an old deal, stricken with the god of death. It is they who will come to toll the bell and ask for the levy.
How much time do I have before they come?
I wish I could say. One of the harvesters may be of aid to you, but you need find one.
Where do I even begin with that?
You've met one once. In that city, where that cursed creature now lay.
You're referring to Keeper.
Yes. I know of 4, though not of their locations. The Keeper, the Judge, the Gravedigger, and the Reaper.
I guess if I'd gotten hit with that attack a couple days ago, this would all be moot, and you would just move on, wouldn't you?
Perhaps. But I do not want to. Not yet. It has never been my place to hope. I've only been able to give it to others, never to hold it myself. But it is my hope that you will be my last wielder, and that I will see you to a happy death. Whatever that may mean.
Well, if part of that is having a happier life, I'm certainly heading in that direction. There are definitely sad things going on right now, but there have been happy moments here and there that I can cling to.
Hold on tight then. And I must say, his words, foreboding and filled with ire as they are, and as much as I despise everything that he was. What he was is no longer. The pieces are different. Something has changed fundamentally. The boon he offered. Use it well.
I haven't chosen to use it. It happens sometimes.
Then I'll give you that choice. Even if it means I must touch that magic. I can offer that solace.
Thank
Then
you.
let's go.
Morgan just nods.
The figure slowly rises. Not even truly standing, just seeming to come into a standing position. Almost like it floated into the air. It turns as if it's going to walk backwards, away from you. Out of sight. But before it does, you watch as it leans towards you. You just feel a very gentle kiss on the side of your head. Be well. And when you have need of me, call for me. Before she just walks out of view. And the rest of your watch goes by uneventfully.
Well, she's certainly feeling a bit uncertain after that, but at least she's got forewarning of it.
Ye.
And she'll go and get Dravinche up. Just gently shake him awake.
Already? You just left.
Sorry, it's your turn. She'll kiss him on the cheek. I'm gonna have to tell everyone that I had a visit from my patron once it's morning, but no point waking everyone up right now. Let's just get through the night and I'll tell everyone together at once tomorrow.
Okay. He'll give her just a kiss back on the cheek, and then don the goggles of night vision. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ridiculous do I look wearing these?
Only a little bit.
Alright, no performances in the dark then. No. And he'll step out and take his watch.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. That's a 4.
As far as you're aware, the watch goes by uneventfully.
He just at some point takes off the goggles to just look up at the moon without looking through them. And
It's
so
starting
long since-
to go down by the time your watch is reaching its close.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've just sat back and seen the moon. been so busy. And now with all this... Fine, who am I? I just need to get some more sleep. He'll go and fetch Failsy.
Alright. Fezzy, you and Jamel are roused.
Oh,
Up you two, it's
am I ready?
it's nearly sunrise.
Mm,
Maybe we shouldn't have stayed up late then.
mm,
Alright,
Cold.
Jamel. Starts trying to drag fruitlessly Jamel by the tail out the door.
Eventually, she stands up and walks, but you still carry the tail, like leading a dog on a leash.
Alright, you two do that. I'm gonna go pass out.
Oh, great! Now I have to roll on a table.
Of course, something weird happens.
Yeah, it's always Failsy.
Do you intend to tell me that our central locus for chaos has chaotic things happening to her?
A little bit.
No, never. Not Failsy.
Anyway, suppose I should do a perception, no, Mom?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception.
It's just
20.
it's a swarm of animated objects. They're all adult toys of various descriptions.
That's just what Failsy dreams about.
You know, you're making it tempting.
Hey! This is the place where dreams can become reality, isn't it?
It actually is.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, you're making it tempting for Failsy to take animate object.
Oh,
later.
No.
Animate objects is a terrifying spell, especially in the hands of someone like Failsy.
Alright. Failsy, with a 20 on your perception check, you sit with Jamel and watch the sunrise. And it rises slowly, about midway through your watch, where it's just starting to peek up over the horizon. Your eyes sort of like get blinded for a second. You're just like, ah! As you get like a really bright reflection, like almost shown directly into your eyeballs. As you look to find the source of it, and there's something shiny embedded in the beach.
Oop, I see shiny. Hops off the cart and goes to the shiny.
Failsy, don't walk away.
I'm just over here. It's alright.
Is it going to eat you?
I don't think so.
Let me get my hammer first. Don't touch it until I have my hammer.
I was gonna touch it.
God damn it, Sleepy Jamel is so cute.
She walks back and she foolishly thinks that you won't do it, and walks back into the cart to go get her hammer. And you touch it. All right. Time to roll what this is.
It's like, hey, remember that crab that ate Keta?
Round 2, motherfucker.
Boy, that's a callback.
Round
It's-
2.
It's a crab wielding a long sword of dragon slaying. Now, weird how this got here, considering there are no dragons. But you know, with Failsy's lineage, she's close enough.
Jamel walks in to find
Stabs her
Keta, and
immediately.
Shit.
Keta's wearing Lee's kimono. She's sipping tea.
That's too big for you.
I know.
Wait, the page is not loading. This is annoying.
Yes, the page of Failsy's Doom.
Well, I need my loot gen table.
Oh, loot.
It's not necessarily good.
Oh,
It's just like a shard of glass.
I'm just picturing this as a conversation with that crazy old guy and Homer. It's like, listen to grant wishes. Oh, that's good, but they are cursed. Oh, that's bad. But each purchase comes with a free froyo. Oh, that's good. But each froyo is filled with poison. That's bad.
It is also cursed.
Felzy would get the poison froyo.
She would eat it for spite.
I can't be poisoned. Glug.
I can't be poisoned. Oh wait, that's acid. No.
She can't be melted either. He's not easy.
Well, yeah, but it's more Bailey remembering. Unless she. Oh yeah, can she not be poisoned because of the acid?
I don't know.
I don't know what that does. All I know is that she can become goo for a minute.
Yeah, you dust it off, and there's just this ball. It's just a really shiny piece of rock that's weirdly in a perfect sphere, just ever so slightly, just like the tip of it is jutting out of the sand. It's like a gigantic pearl.
I start digging.
All right. You scoop your hands around it. It's like as you're starting to like pull it up and out, it's not as big as you might have thought it could be from only seeing like this glint of it. It's probably about 8 inches across, like the diameter of the sphere. But it's just this really bright white orb that has just a slit running through the middle of it.
I was gonna run a finger along the slit. Does it seem like it's like a?
It's like it's not like a slit running on the surface. You know, like how marbles will have like the lines of color in the middle of them.
Cat size.
Kind of like that, yeah. But it just has like a singular like. I say slit. It's like a pillar going straight through the center of it. And oddly enough, no matter how you turn the ball, it remains vertical.
I was gonna hold up the light to see what that pillar is.
Just looks like the ball is otherwise this sort of like mostly see-through but white color. And it's just a black line in the middle of it.
Oh, looks like I'm casting Identify in this.
You cast Identify?
I cast Identify.
You identify a crystal ball. Wondrous item. Very rare. Requires attunement. Weighs 3 pounds. This crystal ball is about 6 inches in diameter. While touching it, you can cast the scrying spell. Save DC 17 with it. You have to be attuned to it, though.
Well, Belzy's not attuned to a lot of things right now.
But yep, I rolled the natural 20 on my occurrences table. Then my other roll determined it would be a rare item.
Ooh.
So you got the very rare magical item, Crystal Ball.
Belzy's falling ass backwards into fancy stuff again.
Yeah, that's what Failsy do. You get the sense that, and this kind of happens as you identify it. As you're identifying it and getting an idea of how it works, you actually watch as that black line in the middle pulls open to reveal a large, almost cat-like eye that fills the center of the orb.
Ooh, you look creepy. I love it.
Ah, this is actually Tim's crystal ball. He lost it a long time ago.
Maybe. You don't know.
I don't know this exists yet.
But yep. You find that, and otherwise your watch is uneventful. Failsy comes back, or Jamel comes back out after a few minutes. She's like, Failsy, you didn't wait. Are you dead?
No.
Do I have to kill something?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I got a ball.
Okay. She just leans on the hammer.
Elsie comes back with a shiny glass ball.
Okay, it's pretty.
I made coffee.
There's coffee. You should go drink some.
I also made toast, but it's a little burnt.
It's alright. Okay. Time goes by and the rest of the party wakens.
Kenta is wearing Lee's kimono. She does not care that it's too big for her. He's comfy.
Comfy. Lee is wearing Keta's kimono.
That's small.
He could drape it
It's
around
on
his
one arm.
shoulders.
He's wearing it with the arms tied around his neck and draping in front of him like an apron.
Fancy ass apron.
Turnabout is fair play.
If you get that dirty, make sure you clean it.
Yeah.
Do I even want to know?
I'm wearing his kimono, he's wearing mine. This is very comfy and it smells like him.
This works better one way more than the other.
I can't help that I'm tiny.
My butt is out.
Why didn't you put on pants?
Because he was wearing something that didn't require him to wear pants, and then it was taken from him.
No, I'm not saying that out loud.
Please don't.
Is everyone fully awake yet?
Kinda. It's cold.
I got egg. I had egg.
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 Elsie lays in Jamel's lap to keep her warm.
Thank you. She just drapes over you.
I don't know if it's boiled or not.
That's concerning.
Absorbing as much warmth as possible from Failsy, and also,
Wife.
other things are happening.
Just wife.
I'm not gonna test if this is boiled or not. I'm gonna just drink some tea. Do you have something? Did something happen last night, Morgan?
Yeah, while I was on my watch, the lake looked an awful lot like the pond when I first found the Moonlit Aria. Just pretty lake with a full moon above it. And she came to me instead of me going to her.
That's good. At least your patron talks to you.
Yeah, but there's a chance I may be losing her.
Oh, that's not good.
Fucking what?
Pardon?
What, mate?
Best I can surmise, she was able to be a patron like that because she was herself an unquiet spirit. But since we saved Sonata, since she was able to meet her, she was able to fulfill what it was she needed to do to pass on.
So, is one of Grandma's keepers gonna come for the sword?
From what I was told, Grima themselves.
Oh, shit.
I don't think there's any possible way we could stop that.
I generally try to make it a point to not piss off the god that controls whether you get to keep living or not.
Is there something that you can do to prevent that from happening?
I can either pay a price, which I don't know what it'll be, or get help from one of the harvesters.
Great! We know of one, and I mean, I'm sure we could probably talk to some higher up officials to see if they know where the others are.
I
I
was told that there's Keeper, who we've already met. There's one known as the Judge.
Yeah, that one, I think I know where he is.
Oh good, we know where two of them are then. I've been thinking too hard on everything. I can't remember the name of the last two. Damn it.
Do you know the price you have to pay?
I
Can I
don't.
do a religion check for the names of the second two?
Yeah, could I maybe do that as well?
You can. I can't guarantee you'll get it. I know every time I say that it happens, but
yeah.
Tired.
Oh wow. Well, you said you might not get it and fails. He didn't roll a 20.
no, this is not familiar to you two, and it makes sense.
Belzy doesn't have a vendetta against Grandma, so she hasn't learned much about it.
And I think
fair
the
enough.
only one in the party who even vaguely follows practices related to Grandma is Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan, if you don't know the price to pay, and if you can't pay it, could you not, in essence, make another pact, but with Grandma?
I mean, I guess it's possible. I mean,
Grandma is a celestial.
also it does seem like it makes deals often.
Well, it was a deal that was struck that took Arya the Golden and made her the Moonlit Arya.
And yeah.
I
To
mean,
deal with Grandma that
Oh, sorry.
I still have an arm, so kind of.
I mean, I know what my patron is a shade of, and that's still somewhat divine in nature, and he's not exactly a god, but still, you'd still get power, you'll still be able to do what you do.
Yeah, although if I have to let go, I mean, I'd lose magic outside of what I've been able to do since I was a kid, just by, nature of, well, tiefling. Most tieflings are born with magic. But I feel I could learn how to swing a sword pretty well without relying on that.
I mean, my dad could teach you, he's really good at swinging a sword.
At this point, sorry.
Morgan looks over to the chair her dad's in. I imagine he's still probably kind of sleeping or something.
He's just nursing a cup of coffee. And you actually watch as he does so. There's just he's not paying attention to the conversation you guys are having. You're not sure why, but he's just not. But he's nursing the cup of coffee, and you see him almost kind of jokingly, but almost tearing up. Just it's good coffee.
It's been so long since we've had such good coffee.
I mean, he's a military man. Coffee was his lifeblood. But this is good coffee, and he's just can live without, hopefully. Might be gone one day, hopefully can live without.
Yeah, but Morgan looks over at her dad and then back to the rest of the party. I mean, If I would need to, and should we be successful in getting at least a few things fixed, I think there's someone here who would teach me.
I mean, I don't know what he's like in a battle, but I mean, from what's been said about the regiment, they're pretty good fighters.
Hey, Da.
Hmm?
Remember when you used to be able to kick butt in stick fighting matches?
Pretty sure I still could.
Stick fighting?
What you
Like
did when you...
sword fighting, but less deadly.
Basically what you did when you wanted to have a duel, but not kill the bastard.
War games!
He sort of nods a little bit, just like, sure, just not kill. That was the idea. Or was it kill and inflict as much pain as possible? Who's to say? I remember.
You think if you get better, you could possibly teach somebody how to use a sword?
I mean, I could now. I could run drills.
We not encourage him to get up out of.
That's what I
Out
said
of
after
here.
he got better.
I don't need to move to run drills. Jesus.
Why does the carpenter have to do anything with this?
It's a military thing. You wouldn't understand. I'm gonna make that an actual thing in this world somehow, just so I don't have to think about not using it as a phrase.
Just like there was some historical carpenter who was really good at his trade named that.
Make him a member of the Revenant's regiment for obvious reasons.
Yes. I mean, if Morgan, if you're gonna do drills with your dad, I'll join you. It's been a while since I've actually done proper drills. I don't know how much of a taskmaster your dad is, but she's grimacing like she's just like memories.
Not too much of one. I've never been a leader. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Pardon
I need to
me.
get strong. I need to get stronger to use vindication.
I'm assuming that's something special, or you just really want to prove your own point.
No, it's the name of my sword. Not my sword, my scythe.
Fair enough. But sure, I can try helping you to learn a bit. Pretty sure at this point, Morrigan, you're probably pretty matched with me in terms of swordplay, but I'll run you through some drills.
It's more style than substance what I do. It's effective, but I feel it could use some improvement.
One's combat could always use improvement. Sure, let's do that. But after we get out of the worst of this place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna go up front with the cart again, and she's gonna switch out top swiftly and grab some coffee as she goes up.
Just takes her kimono off Lee. Lee luckily behind a countertop.
Yeah.
Throws his kimono at him.
Thank you.
Oh, tank code. I can cover my butt.
My buns are getting cold. Alright then. So, just to expedite things a little bit, the rest of this travel to reach the central location you all are heading towards is largely uneventful. But there is something strange you all notice. That sensation you've been feeling for a long time now, ever since you entered the Drake Empire. That sort of buzz in the air. Knowing that there is just an abundance of magic all around you. It starts to become very intense. As you all see ahead of you, moving between these two large lakes, a simple stone monument. Almost akin to a Stonehenge of stacked megalithic stones. With just a hole rather than a pedestal in the middle that just goes down into the ground. Further than you can see, even with your dark visions. And that is where we'll end off for tonight.
Ah, shit.
Yee. I was not expecting to have patron come be like, so here's the thing.
It was bound to happen. It's bound to happen eventually. Well, not that she's leaving. She wants to stay. She's just not sure if she can.
Yee.
Yeah. But here's the thing: you're on a moon. You're on a full moon night in front of a giant, magically charged lake. There's no better moment for her to show up.
Yeah, especially considering that the scene would probably look pretty similar to what Morrigan would have seen those years ago before she ended up with the Moonlit Aria.
Lake's a lot bigger, but very similar, yes.
Yeah. Still a very pretty view.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's it. Let's do our wrap-ups.
Anybody got chillin' to do?
No.
Not at the moment.
We're good.
Ash, do you want to re-promote the artist who did the art for the puppet?
I've done it 3 times now. I do intend to have more art done by them, so they will get re-promoted again when I acquire more art.
Fair
Don't worry.
enough.
Don't worry, they'll get promoted plenty of times.
Yee. They do the good arts.
Yes.
And I will still be promoting my friend Kay because they are an amazing artist. They did the lovely new art for Morrigan, which is now Morrigan's Token. And you can find them on Instagram at K Murphy Illustration. For if you also would like to commission a lovely painterly style character portrait, and if just getting a mini of your character is more your style, if you are lucky enough to have an in-person tabletop game, they do that too. They're just at guileless_goblincore. And those are both on Instagram. I am very happy with the Morrigan art. I want to keep promoting my friend. They did such a great job. I love it so much. That's it for me for shillin'. So, are we good to just do the typical ending spiel now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody was watching and listening tonight and they enjoyed and want to find out what happens next, you can join us most Saturdays at or around 8 p.m. EST on this same channel for more of the Scattered Realms, and still working out wonkiness with my work schedule to be able to bring Project Ada back, but once that is off of its unintentional hiatus, that will be on this same channel most Thursdays at or around 7 p.m. EST. Which, if you want to know the vibe of that, D&D modern setting. With, kind of tones of SCP's Foundation, but not that serious.
Not yet, at least.
I have read some fucking SCP Foundation shit. We are like joke SCP status.
For now.
You guys are very much entry level.
What do you
Well,
mean?
Well, at least
Let
we're
me
not
fight the immortal lizard.
At least we're not D-class personnel.
That is true.
Yet.
You are not D classes.
Actually, wait, wouldn't Kovgun be the immortal lizard?
Maybe.
God, that's terrifying to think about. Except Kovgun isn't malicious, he just wants food.
Just let him go pigeon hunting. He'll be fine.
Crunch. Anyways.
But, yeah. So, at least for right now, we're just going to be doing, Scattered Realms on Saturdays. But as soon as we can, Ada is coming back. But until then, you can catch us on this channel most Saturdays at or around 8 p.m. EST. And with all that said, I think we're good to go now. So, does everybody want to say goodnight?
Good night.
Alrighty then. Good night, everybody. We'll see you when we see you next.